when it comes to trying to ever engage onto anyone has already been highlighted. Was already hard. Gangplank. You know what the thing with Zyra is, as we all know, is that her clear speed is a little crazy. He is going to clear 3 camps while Lucid has cleared 1.
Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. The barrels are also going to connect onto Showmaker here. Shiu's down to 200 health as well. Barrels making his way forward, though. There's the flash! Nailing the stun from the passives. Can they take down Chovy? That's the question. The answer is going to be absolutely yes, as Shiu on the board extremely early.
I think Barrel, you know, their tag was just, good job, Alistair.
It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. As Ruler takes a fair bit of damage from that double up here. As Duro's the one that's copping the brunt of it. In goes Lucid. I think Duro is definitely dead, and there he goes. 2-0 up now for DK, and despite the fact that Gen.G found some decent angles in the early game in the jungle was kind of good, this is not quite working. It's Chovy with an absolutely gorgeous charm to turn it around. I was mid-sentence, Gen.G. Let me praise DK.
Lucid's 2 levels down. Like, we are not getting the rest of these grubs, and it's the use of the lack of flash. Showmaker flashed earlier in that bot side skirmish. Chovy punishes him hard.
Well, there is a make it rain in a bullet time as aiming is flashing on top of Ruler, and he finds the extra autos, but he trades it 1 for 1. Keen throws the ultimate into the abyss, just as a sign of solidarity himself, I guess.
And right now, still 8 stacks ahead of him.
But 35. So yes, just that's a large amount of camps. Also able to take this dragon, as we can see here.
Gradually pulling ahead.
Yeah.
Feels really painful when you're on the opposite side of it.
There are a lot of scaling elements, I guess, on both sides. You know, Ryze will be doing more and more, although he will be doing a bit of dying here as Stranglethorns goes down. He does flash away, but it's not going to be enough, and he's going the wrong direction as everyone gets sleepy. Canyon going to be going down as Chovy has to get himself out of their bowling ball. Going to miss, but it's a 1 for 1 in the end. Definitely a good trade there for DK.
You know what's the sad thing is we nearly saw the combo. This sleep with the bullet time.
Yeah, right.
They fell asleep just outside of it, but it's a 1 for 1 in the end. The trade comes through. Showmaker without his flash, though, could be in a vulnerable spot, but Lucid, I think, very much appreciating some alone time without Canyon breathing down his neck.
Aiming, not quite getting the combo there, but as long as they get the kill there as they do, it also means that now the lead for Lucid is a lot less bad as in we go.
Yeah, Realm Warp to bring Showmaker towards his top lane as Keen is pretty tanky, to be honest. He is getting taken down lower and lower, and there is the combo from Showmaker to lock that one down. Chovy turns up, misses the charm though. Canyon with a lot of damage as Showmaker the first one to go down. Chovy almost surviving. Manages to utilize the Q, but it's not quite enough, and Beryl limps his way out another 1 for 1. 1 for 2. I tell a lie, as Keen had fallen down earlier. Maybe it's a 2 for 2, as now Duro going to move in, pushes Shiu back, doesn't manage to get the full hop, and I think is going to pay the price. Ruler locks that one down with the Q doing that extra damage.
Yeah, so hard to play against the Poppy there as the Gnar.
Yeah.
You can't hop onto her and get the bounce as she'll just block you.
Could have, because if there's no response from Poppy on the top side play, you should know they're on the bottom half of the map.
It's one of those horrible situations, though, where it's just a Poppy and an Ashe, so you think, I can probably make my way out of this, but in reality, I think the correct call was just to save the flash, because there's so little you can do there.
Showmaker taking a lot of damage. There's the charm connecting, but Chovy's getting sleepy and isn't actually going to be put to sleep, so it's fine. Keep his verdict, just to zone everyone away from this turret. And when you've got set plays like this available to you by like just pressing R on Poppy when you're near a turret you want to kill, it does feel like Gen.G are going to be feeling comfortable moving throughout the rest of the game as well, because it's such a good siege tactic as the game goes later.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big reason.
They have already started off this dragon, so that is going to put the extra notch into their objective count.
Can I go down here? We do have the Herald spawning in about a minute. Do you think that DK are going to try and play towards that? And this does feel like
standoff. Then Gen.G can fish with things like the RA charm or the arrow, but also Duro can just channel his ult. And that can be enough where a fight doesn't even need to happen for Gen.G to secure objectives.
The follow-up is going to be a great time for Shiu to teleport in. They do want to contest this Rift Herald. They've bought a bit of time. I guess there is that, as aiming's going to move on over as well. Let's see whether they can land this sleep combo as Make It Rain comes down. Arrow going to be flashed there by Beryl very nicely. The bowling ball just barely making it all the way through as the bullet time is going to be channeled into Keen, and he just doesn't care. Showmaker now dives into the thick of things, and Canyon's going to immediately make him regret it. And Gen.G can do no wrong in this fight as already the Rise is on the floor. Beryl's looking for this longer chain once again as Depth Charge is going to connect onto Chovy. Everyone's getting sleepy, but it doesn't seem to matter as the flash over from Ruler. It's vintage kiting here from the Ashes. He does go down immediately afterwards as the barrel not going to connect, but aiming is out of the fight, and Gen.G
locked in, 2,000 gold up. They have those 2 dragons in pocket. Dragon coming up in about a minute. On the opposite side from
there are things on the ground, and the arrow is going to connect there as Lucid not going to die just yet, and he is actually going to be able to walk his way out. Duro dies. I have no idea how that eventuated the way that it did, but nicely done there by DK.
I want to highlight,
I guess.
I guess it's fine. Lucid definitely feels like he should have died. Walking back into the volley was also optimistic. Aiming has his IE. You know, throughout all that chaos in the last game.
And he's 5-1 and 3.
Yeah, he has been picking up a lot of kills. And, oh, Shiu does have flash. Might have to use it here.
Yeah, he's going to get slowed down. The Stranglethorn's going to come down first just to get the mobility out, and then the Grasping Roots are a sitter. Nicely played there by Gen.G.
And actually, it's a...
Lucid doing his very best just to fish with these bowling balls, find some angles, and the Lilia is getting scarier and scarier. We saw that Gen.G are struggling to engage onto him and then find any joy, because Aiming's very happy to pull the trigger at a moment's notice.
Lucid trying to stack his passive.
This barrel is so frightening. A hook gonna go wide yet again. Beryl taking so much damage from the barrel. It's confusing to say. And the arrow's going to connect as well. He burns down. And Gen.G don't even need to commit to the fight. And Beryl's just dead.
It's just so difficult to approach against his composition. And Gen.G Chovy.
Chovy does watch out, and he doesn't even say eat. He's absolutely fine. Heroic charge onto Shiu, who's now out of position. Stranglethorns to knock him up over and over again. As the Rip Herald flies in, Ruler with a volley to finish off the kill, and now that flank comes through. Lucid hit by that charm as these barrels are coming down, and the non-committal CC is just nutty from Gen.G here as Chovy dashes on forward, looks for Showmaker now, who's taking so much, another max range charm, and Chovy is going to add that injury to the insult, and Ruler's going to take another one. I mean, the Dragon went down as an afterthought, and Gen.G just decimate the fight.
They just are completely in control. It feels like constantly Dplus are fishing for opportunities, but they're grasping at straws, and Gen.G feel casual in the way they're decimating them.
A barrel arrow takes down barrel,
making it impossible to approach. And then we have this play where it's just like steadily moving up, throwing pieces of CC and seeing what connects. And I think, once again, the Rise is just having such a difficult Dplus, which is honestly like a big CC combo with the... Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, Shiu is in trouble. The arrow was to predict a flash that never actually eventuated, and then Duro just catches him. Steadfast Presence was always there. That was the mind game that Shiu was playing, and he's going to lose. Gen.G going to augment that with a dead turret as this inner just kind of evaporated.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, the final win Kong for Dplus is like a big CC combo.
Or just him being sent home.
I don't get to finish my points because I don't even know how to explain what's going on. They each have like a Zhonya's or a Seeker's. You have Mikhail's on Juro, you have Orange's on Keen. The dream of like a big sleep is dead.
You also
not going to happen.
Ruler has cleansed very soon.
Well, Arrow is going to miss here, but the Stranglethorns does not. And there's another circle, the Venn diagram of death here from Gen.G. As Lucid and Beryl are just dead before they can really do anything. Strong is proof that time travel does indeed exist. And in fact, we're just living in Back to the Future 2. Because I think he's Biff. I actually think he's just Biff.
I think to predict that Gen.G could show up...
I just predict 3-0 for him, and then...
I really...
But the thing is, the other time with the great prediction, it wasn't a 3-0. What specifically about what led up to this point made him think 3-0?
All right, Hail Mary!
Maybe it's the turnaround, as Ruler is going to flash. That puts him in pretty good position, because there's a teleport coming on forward. That's going to be Chovy joining a 3-man Nah. But if it happens when nobody's watching, doesn't really happen, as now Chovy's fighting Showmaker. Showmaker finds himself outnumbered as well. Heroic charge is gorgeous as they take down Lucid. And Showmaker going golden in the nick of time. Chovy dashing away. And Gen.G, they leave Beryl up to go back and send a message to his people as they are now looking to take down the final Nexus in this series.
Just knocking on the doors now. The Bay's closed it out. Gen.G with such a dominant performance. Honestly, their best performance we've seen in the LCK Cup and coming at the perfect time when they need it. Herald alone to try.
This is called peaking when you absolutely need to, as Gen.G will take down Nexus's 1 and 2. Duro dodging that hook beautifully with the heroic charge. And man, a clean 3-0. Nothing to see here. And what I would have